Hey, this is Kirk, and this is the Carbs Community Show, episode number 14. I had it on my mind to talk about honesty and working on yourself to progress towards living a happy life, being happy with yourself, and living a positive life, and living a life that's satisfactory. Um, I believe that you have to be honest with yourself to in order to change the things about yourself that are holding you back. You know, a lot of times we feel condemned if we acknowledge a flaw about ourselves or acknowledge a weakness and say, okay, I'm not good at that, or I don't do that, or I do this. You know, if it's something negative, a lot of times if someone calls us out and says, hey, you know, you do this, a lot of times our first response is, no, I don't do it. It's because this, it's because that, and it's because this person did it. You know, and we don't want to take responsibility because we don't want to be seen as maybe weak or as a bad person, or we just can't handle, you know, our to be vulnerable. But in order to progress as a human being, to be a better human being, you have to be honest with yourself, and in relationships, business, personal, romantic, you have to be honest, you know, in order to have a healthy relationship. Now, you can maintain relationships that are toxic and that are not flourishing, that unsatisfactory, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a communication issue, which I believe is going to be an honesty issue. You know, a lot of times, um, you know, we always want to blame somebody else. We always want someone else to be responsible for our actions. And I just believe that healthy people, strong people, leaders, successful people, they are honest, at least with themselves, or honest in the way in their way they operate. So they know, like, what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses, and they deal with the truth. It's very difficult to maintain a positive lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle, if you're deceiving other people or deceiving yourself. So I just had that on my mind to share with you because, I mean, there's times in my life where I would you know, I didn't want people to know certain things about me, or some things I just wouldn't accept about myself. But until you accept them about yourself, it'll just, the pattern will just keep happening, you know. um, I've been in a situation where I thought, a couple of situations where I thought the other person was wrong, and it's not that they aren't doing something wrong, but you got to see your part in it. Are you allowing it to happen? You know what, you got to find your part in it and be honest with yourself and say, you know what, it wasn't totally that person, or it wasn't totally these situations. I created that situation myself. I allowed it to go there. So that's where you can start being honest with yourself and saying, okay, there's something that I need to change about myself in order to avoid this pattern or these situations that aren't serving me and that aren't helping me get to the type of lifestyle that I want to live, or my goals. So that's just something I want to share with everybody, that you know, be honest. You know, don't be afraid to admit your faults. Don't be afraid to tell the truth. You know, and stand on the truth and say, this is what it is. You know, and then work towards repairing the things that are damaged, and also just keep standing on the things that are real. Like, if it's real and that's what it is, that's what it is. Okay, so that's episode 14. I'm actually going to do episode 15 today because I have another topic I want to touch on. Grow together.